Nightmare of My Dreams. Now, this one, it's a long song, and it's basically 4 movements. So the only way to record a tune like this is you have to do it in sections. It's just too much to do as one piece, especially when you're recording it for the first time and you're still working out parts. It doesn't make any sense to try to learn the whole thing and play it all in one. So that presents a different kind of problem because there are tempo changes. There's the first tempo is 144, and then at the end of that section it goes into 115. There is a gap, but still, when you're recording in the studio, you need a click, at least 2 bars, to make sure everybody starts in time and continues to play in time. So this was quite challenging, mapping out the sequence in Pro Tools, of course, and figuring out how to approach this song. This has a lot of complex parts. There's a string section that plays keyboards, guitars, bass and drums. Song starts with acoustic guitar, and then it's kind of like a slightly orchestral section where we're playing hits. Very simple hits, and I'm also choking the cymbals, so they're very, very direct. So that's our introduction, and then we're into the song. It starts off as a halftime, so just nice and big, almost ballady type, really. Again, very simple bass drum, nice broad sounding groove. And then, of course, it goes double time for the second verse. And then the second time we get back to the chorus, we're back to orchestral hits. And then after that, we go to double time. After that, I think it's, yes, we go to a guitar solo. Guthrie Govan is playing the most amazing solo. And essentially, the end of the guitar solo, that's the end of part 1, or movement 1. The next section is, we call it the mosh section. Basically a tom-tom groove with a nice heavy guitar riff going through it. And this is in 115. Next section goes to a relatively ordinary drum pattern. And then right at the end of this section, there's 1 bar of 5, which goes back to the original tempo. Okay, now we get to part 3. This is more of an orchestral section, guitar and orchestra, strings. And then the first section, I'm just playing some mallet cymbal rolls, just like this. And then the second half, I'm playing mallets on the tom-toms. Now, I'm going to try and demonstrate this from a recording perspective. So, all our mic gains are set to a level where I can play quite loudly. But this section is really quiet. And I also want a very specific sound from the tom-toms. So first of all, I'm playing mallets, but secondly, I'm going to play quietly. So I'm going to start recording just the toms with the mallets with the regular gain settings, okay? That has a certain sound and it's okay, but this is a nice thing to do. We're going to lift the gain of all the toms, just one click on each mic pre, and I'm going to be very careful not to play too loudly and listen to the difference in the tone. Notice how the drum tone changes. Another thing I'm doing to change the sound is where I'm actually hitting the tom-toms. I'm not hitting them in the center. They sound nice, but it tends to make them a little dead. If I hit them on the edge, it really makes them sing. It's a bit like timpani playing, like this. Okay, part 4. The arrangement then goes down to muted guitar, muted bass, and a little bit of string action as well. It's almost I play really a reggae groove, funnily enough. It seems to go well with the idea. Kick drum is just playing 4, and everything else is doing this. Then that's immediately followed by a really heavy section. Again, just kick and snare, half time, with Guthrie playing a lovely solo over the top. And then after that section, we're back into the meat of the song again. Last verse and chorus is out. Big orchestral bit at the end. And that is the completion of Nightmare of My Dreams.